Good morning, everybody. Cappers Nation Live, Saturday Game Day Edition. Saturday, the 28th of December. The year is winding down. Bowl games are in full swing. Congratulations to our bowl package members on a 2-1 day yesterday. A near clean sweep, but it just didn't happen. 2-1. Congratulations, everybody there. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have everybody here. I do apologize for the tad bit delay today. You gotta like it when you log in and everything wants you to download new software. That and fighting a migraine the size of Texas at the moment. But nonetheless, we are here. We're alive. We're rolling. Bad day yesterday for me, myself. Bad day. One of those very unorthodox, but they happen every now and then. And definitely looking for a monster bounce back today. Will it happen? I think so. Bounce backs are usually strong around here, so I'm definitely optimistic. Brian, Jermaine, Anthony, good morning. Square 707 Stream, good morning. Jay Camp, Chris, Mr. Blevins, Hodat Bob, Bobby, good morning. Randy G. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Just going to get the email out to everybody to let everybody know we are live for our Saturday breakdowns. Just getting all the computer systems up and running from that reboot finally. Getting ready to do Saturday's game day breakdowns. It's going to be a nice day today. College basketball is back from their holiday break. Myself, I am boarding a plane in a handful of hours, and I am heading one state away, flying to Phoenix, and I'm attending the Fiesta Bowl. Super excited about that. Glad to get out of Vegas, glad to get out of the office, and go spend the evening down there at the Fan Fest as well as at the game. Unfortunately, they didn't have any front row seating down in the lower level, but they had second row. So we'll be down there at the Fiesta Bowl. Clemson and Ohio State. Behind the Clemson bench, the second row, I think right around the 30-yard line. Unfortunately, everything around the 40 and 50 was sold out. So super excited about being able to fly down there. And the best part about it, get to fly private. It's even better. That might be the best part about it. So super excited for that. Really excited for today. Definitely looking for a monster day today. Tar Heel Tim, Leon, Magnificent Boy, Spendy, good morning. Glenn W. in the house, good morning. William, good morning. Matt, good morning. Sonny, good morning. The other William tuning in via text message, good morning. Glad to have everybody with us. William, fly private, wheels up. Absolutely, flying to Phoenix for the Fiesta Bowl in a handful of hours. Thank you, Anthony. I'm super excited. So if any of you guys are gonna be down there, definitely let me know. Definitely let me know if I know we have a couple people that will be down there. Mr. Mike, good morning. Ty, good morning. Ty, I would think it's still good at 13. That's why I put it out so early yesterday. Yesterday's early line was a tad bit better. Balling Pros, did anybody else get screwed over by the Michigan State over yesterday? I don't even know how to decide. I still shake my head at that game. You know, people want to say the fix was in. I wouldn't say fix was in. It's just a bad beat. It's just a bad beat. You know, you gamble and you bet on sports long enough, you see those crazy things happen from time to time. I know, Jeff. I know. Hey, that's what happens when you lose your future NFL quarterback to an injury. Nothing you could do about it there. I knew we were screwed when Slovis went down. Slovis came in, started the second half, big touchdown drive to start the second half, pulled within 4, which was exactly what they needed. Not to say that they would have stopped him on defense, but they did have a couple stops. Problem was on offense, they couldn't keep up with him. So Fink comes in, and it was all she wrote for you for my Trojans. It was all she wrote for my Trojans on that one. You lose your starting quarterback, and you put in the backup who it's not doesn't suck, but he's definitely not on Slovis's level. That's for sure. So, unfortunately, at that point, it was a bad deal. It's a great game up until then. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. He was groomed by Kurt Warner. He's a good kid. Could be a great quarterback as long as they can protect him. Supposedly they did in their recruiting. They said that, besides USC sucking at recruiting, they said they went after all big men in the recruiting. It was a 300-pound recruiting class. So I guess we'll see, but not too optimistic for the future. Yeah, Ty was definitely lighting it up until his injury. And, those things happen, unfortunately. It could have happened to the other side as well. It could have happened to the other side as well. And, unfortunately, injuries happen. You feel sorry for the kids. But until then, you just do what you can do. And that's all you can do. So, rough day yesterday. Recap, we dropped Temple +6 as a small consensus play. We dropped the USC premium play that we gave you guys for free. So that sucked. Free plays yesterday on a little bit on the shit side for everybody yesterday. So we'll do what we can do today to get you guys a nice big winning day on free plays. Premium plays ended up splitting out yesterday. We won the first 2, the Bucks. We gave them out when they were still laying 11. I didn't care that the line was dropping to 8. We knew it was going to drop, but we had to get our plays out, so we weren't worried about that line movement. We hammered that winner. The Heat over 211.5. That was a winner. We dropped the Trojans plus the 2.5, obviously, when Slovis went down, and then the Golden State game stayed under, so we ended up going 2-2 there. NHL had a nice big winning day yesterday. 2-0 in the NHL. Welcome back to the NHL. Boston Bruins -150. St. Louis winning in overtime -$1.30. I dropped my game of the week, unfortunately. Oklahoma State, Texas A&M over. Looked like it was headed in the correct direction for about 4 minutes when they put up that quick 21 points. And that's exactly what we were expecting. And then it was like, no, never going to happen again. And then gave us a little hope towards the end that maybe we'd end up getting an onside kick recovery or something for a hope and a prayer, but nope, didn't happen. So you take it on you take those licks and you keep on going. Just put your head down and grind away. That's why you manage a bankroll even when it comes to the big games. My personal plays yesterday, a disaster. Michigan State and Wake Forest over 49. We all know what happened there, getting our asses kicked on that game. That one, actually, I still shake my head. We had 41 first half points. When we put it out, we put out the total early. I texted all my clients when that line was 49 still. And I know the line went up a little bit. We needed 9 second half points. We got 7. Missed Field goal, which was a chip shot at the end, pushed it 3 feet to the left. I still don't understand that one. I mean, I get the Michigan State player running and taking a knee rather than going into the end zone. That was the correct football play. Obviously, it wasn't the correct play for us. It was the correct football play. Michigan State goes in and scores to give Wake Forest the ball back. That's why the coach called the timeout to let them know that, you get that first down, just kneel. Wake Forest should have been prepared and should have grabbed that player and threw him in the end zone. They should have drug him forward if they wanted the ball back that bad. But, that one is what it is, and 8-1 at 8. We had 76ers against Orlando yesterday, losing by 1. And then the under in the Celtics game, which went over by a country mile. So I was completely off yesterday. Props went 2-1 yesterday. Dropped the Temple first half team total over 10.5, but they won the Oklahoma State first half team total over 10.5 minus $1.10, as well as the USC first half team total over 12.5 minus $1.20. That was 2-1. And then the bowl package went 2-1 as well. North Carolina and Temple over 53.5. We dropped Wake Forest +4. That stung. And then USC and Iowa over 52. Easy winner there. So 2-1 for all of our bowl package members. And remember, guys, today is the last day to get on board the bowl package if you want the guarantee. All right, if you want that 70% guarantee, today is the last day to get on board it. All right, it's $199. You get a minimum of 20 plays, guaranteed 70% success rate, or you'll get a week of premium plays free. You also get 3 days of our prop package as well as 2 days of soccer. For everybody that doesn't know, there is soccer this morning. There is soccer. I repeat, there is soccer. If you're on our bowl package, log in because there is soccer. The first game does start in just a couple minutes. Then there is another game later on as well. So if you're on our bowl package, log in. You have access to our soccer, all right? You have access to our soccer. Props for today will be posted a little bit later in the day. Props will be posted a little later in the day. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah, Sonny, I mean, he says it sounds like a setup to be under. I'd say that, but, it definitely looks like that. No doubt about it. Neverez KC, what's going on? It definitely looks like that. But, I mean, let's be honest. There's no fix. It's just a bad beat. Things just didn't go our way. And, that happens from time to time. That happens from time to time. Sheila, thank you for jumping on board. I see you got on board not only Guaranteed Saturday today, but my personal plays. So I will be texting you my personal plays if you are watching the live show. I will send you my personal plays right now. So bear with me. Give me 1 second. And welcome to Cappers Direct. I know you're new to us, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Give me 1 second, folks. I guess it would help if I can text today. Oh. Well, Sheila, if you want today's plays, you're going to have to definitely call in because the number you signed up is not working. Make sure, guys and gals, if you sign up for my personal plays, you sign up with a valid phone number. That way you could actually get the plays. Okay, we are back. So, Robbie, what's going on? Carlos, good morning. Randy G, yeah, definitely was an odd game. Who dat Bob? Bobby says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way in the door, guys. We definitely appreciate it when you do. To the 2 losers that hit the thumbs down, good morning to you as well. Little Dizzer, what's going on? You know what's funny? So, yesterday, I film our daily free play video, right? And I throw a little pot shot, out there. There's an individual who, out there on YouTube and Twitter, complete scumbag, will post a fake screenshot showing that, they have like $300,000 in an offshore account, which anybody who has $300,000 in an offshore account is the dumbest individual in the world. Then they get on there with their $300,000 and then they say they bet $100 a unit. Well, I can assure you, anybody who bets $100 a unit doesn't need or have $300,000 in an offshore account. So then in today's daily free play video, I take a little pot shot comment about Peter G, about people filming their videos from the trailer park. Because it's true. And there's no disrespect to anybody who owns a mobile home or a manufactured home, because there's some very, very, very nice ones. But I can assure you, there's nobody with $300,000 in an offshore account probably living in a single wide. And then all of a sudden, we have an influx of people with their nasty, nasty comments from accounts we've never seen before. Isn't that a coincidence? I laugh. I thought it was rather funny. Peter G, I find it amazing how one of the knuckleheads with the JP. Penny Lulu, I have 300K on my account. I'll retire from gambling. So, it's funny. Welcome to the trolls. Look at that, another thumbs down. We do appreciate the thumbs downs just as much as the thumbs up. So if you thought you were being slick by giving us a thumbs down thinking it would hurt us, it doesn't. It actually helps us. So to you, I say thank you. To everybody that hit the thumbs up as well, we definitely say thank you. If you're new to our channel, we go live 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Saturday and Sundays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. I did have a little bit of a late start today. I had to redo all the software and the setup program for our live stream, as well as fighting like this absolutely miserable migraine this morning. So I'm not going to lie, that extra 30 minutes of downtime while it was actually restarting it or reinstalling and rebooting, I actually turned my light off and took me a little snoozer to try and get the migraine to go away, but hey, it definitely didn't. Jonathan, oh man, they definitely can't stop. They can't stop themselves. They magically do a video of a lean, I was told, because we give out a free play on USC to go the opposite way. So, give a big shout out to Bozo and all his minions and rejects over there. Sonny, they love this channel. They love this channel. We're glad to have everybody here. We're glad to have all their fake accounts subscribing to us. That way they all get notified. You know, we love it. We love it. Doesn't hurt us, that's for sure. And if they think it hurts my feelings, it definitely doesn't. Jonathan, the Frackville gang. Yeah, exactly. I'm from Frackville. With my rap sheet for contributing to a minor and crimes involving a minor for both of them. A few of them, remember? That's the crazy thing. Hold on one second, folks. All right. Waffles are good, though. Waffles, I could use a Belgian waffle right now with some strawberries and whipped cream. We can definitely use some waffles. All right, folks. Let me pop up this other computer. We've got a busy day today, and I've got a private plane to catch here in a little bit. I got to tell you, I am super excited about going to the Fiesta Bowl. Super, super, super excited about going to the Fiesta Bowl. I will be back for tomorrow's live show. Don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I will be back for tomorrow's live show. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jonathan, I'll be down at the Fiesta Bowl. Clemson and Ohio State. Unfortunately, they didn't have any front rows tickets, but they had second row behind the Clemson, on the Clemson side. It's like around the 30-yard line, I do believe. Jonathan always making us jealous. Hey, you guys are more than welcome to go, too. I think Jerry Valdez will be there. I'm not sure who else is going to be there from this area. No, I had to buy the tickets. If it was in Vegas, I could have got it for free. That's why, you know, that nice Death Star ship that they're building around the corner where the Raiders are going to play. I don't know if you guys seen the pictures of that yet. But once we have that, we'll start getting some of the bowl games here. And then I won't have to leave. And then I can get free tickets. Then I'll be able to get free tickets. Yeah, Mark. I hitchhike, right? We had to hitchhike. I gotta dance if they put me on camera. They probably won't put this ugly mug on camera. That's for sure. But yes, I will definitely post from there as well. I'll see if I can go live from the Fan Fest. Inside the stadium, they usually have that software that prevents you from streaming live on YouTube. They usually block YouTube. Okay? They usually block YouTube. However, they usually don't block being able to go live on Twitter So I'll definitely go live on Twitter. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. I'll post a link to my Twitter. That way you guys can follow me on Twitter, because most stadiums have a block being able to stream on YouTube. But here's a... if you see my face, you'll definitely text me. I am... If you're looking at the Clemson bench, I'll be on the left-hand side around the 30-yard line, second row. That's if you're looking at the Clemson bench. Now, if you're on the Clemson side looking at the Ohio State, I'll be on the right-hand side of the bench, right around the 30. In between, I think it's in between the 28 and the 38, somewhere right around there. Yeah, if you guys see, yeah, Bobby, that's insane. But yeah, if you guys see me, you'll definitely have to let me know. Section 106, row 2, seats 1 and 2. So I don't know if I'm on the 28 or the 38. Hopefully I'm on the 38, but I don't know where. I'm assuming 1 and 2 are probably on the right side, so probably closer to the 28. We were trying to get front row, but somebody bought those literally right when I went back. There was 2 available, and I went to go grab them. And we went back and they were gone. Carlos says, hey, Kyle, sign up for 3 days premium plays. Give me access to all sports. Premium plays will give you access to all the premium plays. Premium plays cover football, basketball, basically NBA, college, and pro. But as far as today's premium plays go, let's see. What do we have for today's premium plays? Where'd my sheet go? What did I do? Drop it? I don't know where my... Just had it on my desk. That's that migraine that I've got going on right now. You'll have access to 4 plays. College football as well as college basketball today. Who dat, Bob? You can get me seats in section 641. You know, I'm still trying to look at that schedule, and if it's possible for me to get out there, I might. That would actually be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun, and you know, I don't think there's a bad seat in that Superdome where you're at. I don't think there's a bad seat in that Superdome. Alrighty. No problem, Carlos. Whenever you're ready, brother. But yeah, Drew Brees getting snubbed out of the NFL 100 is, I mean, it's not shocking for them to snub him. You know, it's definitely not shocking. But he definitely continues to get snubbed, holds all the records. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, we were right about the Air Force under and controlling the time of possession. We were definitely right about that one. Time of possession in that Air Force game. 43 minutes on offense compared to 16 for Washington State. Jay Camp, will I be breaking down the Notre Dame game? We're going to touch all the games. Fred, good morning. We're going to touch all the games. We'll touch all the college football games today for you guys. We'll hit all 4 of them. Don't forget, guaranteed Saturday today. Our big guaranteed Saturday play is already posted. You have to be signed up by noon Eastern time today. It's one of the 4. It's on one of the 4 college football games. Winner get a full refund on Guaranteed Saturday, $150. It is a little on the pricey side. I understand, but it'll be a nice big, much needed win today. All right, so let's get started. Because I don't think this migraine of mine is going away anytime soon. So we might as well just get started. And we'll start with the Iowa State Notre Dame game. Jay Camp was asking about that one, and it's right up on the list, so I figured we might as well just jump straight into that one. Remember, if you're on our bowl package, you get 2 days of soccer. You get 3 days of our prop plays. Our prop plays will be posted here in a little bit. As well as soccer. Soccer is already posted. Christopher Bayer, thanks for jumping on board the bowl package. Remember, guys, today is the last day to get on the bowl package. Today is the last day. Alrighty. So, Iowa State, Notre Dame, game 237, 238. If you guys see me squinting or closing my eyes, it's because my migraine is so bad. Literally, an hour ago, everything on my screen was blurry. Line opened up, Notre Dame laying 3.5. We're still hovering around there. The Westgate has it at 3. Stations Casinos has it at 3. Taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes. They have it was 3 and moved it back to 3.5. And the money line has some line shifting on it as well. Opened up at 155. It was 160 this morning. It's increasing. I see BetMGM's got it at 165, 165, 165. My 5 Dimes is showing 165. Total over and under opened up at 56. It is down to 53 at MGM, 53 at the BetMGM app, 53 at the station's casinos. And it is moving. Actually, 52.5 at William Hill. Although I expect that line not to last. It was 52.5 at a couple spots at 6 this morning. Or, 5 this morning. An hour before we went live. But that jumped pretty quick. That line jumped in about a half hour from 52.5 all the way up to 53. Christopher Bayer, good morning. Thanks for jumping on board the bowl package. Joe says, I love the show, Kyle. Even with a bad day, you show up and face the public. You're the real deal. Not like the other cappers that give you picks and hide. You know, I do agree. And not to get off track of the Iowa State Notre Dame subject, since we're just starting that one, everybody has bad days. Everybody has bad days, but it's what you do with those bad days that really define who and what you are. Peter G, thank you, sir. Thanks for tuning in. And like you said, there's a lot of people out there that, when they lose, they tuck their tail between their legs and they hide. They won't film a video. They won't go live. All that happens. We all know the bounce backs are strong. Losing happens. As long as you manage your bankroll. Properly, you should be okay long term. No doubt about it. So even with a bad day yesterday, I'm not afraid. Does it suck to have to come here and say, hey, I lost my game of the week, or I had a losing day yesterday? Yeah, it does. Definitely sucks. Ed AG, good morning, sir. A lot of you guys are, clients, friends. Consider you all part of the Cappers Nation family. So in order to, come and face everybody. Hold on one second, folks. Cappers Direct. Hello, Cappers Direct. No problem. Okay. So yeah, it does suck to have to come here and face friends, family, clients, viewers, and be like, yeah, we had a bad day. But in that human nature and doing the right thing, being transparent, and if you manage your bankroll properly, I mean, yeah, yesterday sting. You lose, you sting. It doesn't matter if you're a big bettor or a small bettor, big bankroll, small bankroll. Losing stinks. Losing stinks, and it definitely hurts. And Jay Camp, yeah, I think they were wanting to renew the car warranty at 7 o'clock in the morning here. I have the wrong number. Yeah, okay, thank you. So we'll always keep it real with you guys. We'll always shoot you guys straight. And win, lose, or draw, we're still going to be here to face all of you the very next day. That's a fact. That is a fact. So, Dem boys, you're under the weather. Let's get some money to make us feel better. I agree. Devin, how do I feel about the Ohio State and Clemson game? I feel very excited about it. I'm going to be at the game. I'll be there. Wheels up in 5 hours. Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. Ready for that big bounce back. Alrighty, so I'm going to get going. I'm going to get started. Now, Iowa State, 7-5 on the year straight up. 6-6 against the spread. 6-6 to the over. Notre Dame, 2-loss program, great year, 10-2 on the year, 8-4 against the spread, 5-7 on the over. Taking a look at Notre Dame, they've had 2 losses. They lost to Georgia, 17-23, and they lost to Michigan, 45-14. I remember that Michigan game. I was sitting down there on Bourbon Street, and they were playing it in the restaurant. Carlos, thanks for jumping on board. I see you just jumped on board 3 days of my personal plays, sir. I'm going to send them to you right now if you're still listening. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. All right, so back to Iowa State. Let's take a look at them. 7-5 on the year. They did lose their last game against Kansas State. They lost to K-State 27-17. They had a win over Kansas 41-31. And Texas 23-21 to round out the final 3 games of the season. They lost to Oklahoma. They had Oklahoma on upset alert, 42-41, if you guys remember. They lost to Oklahoma State the week before that, 34-27, by a touchdown. And they lost to Baylor, 23-21. All extremely close losses to very, very, very capable and talented teams. One second. Okay, Carlos just sent you my plays. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Taking a look at Notre Dame, they had wins over Louisville, New Mexico. They lost to Georgia. They beat Virginia, Bowling Green. They beat my Trojans by 3, 30-27. They lost to Michigan. And then they rounded out 5 straight wins to end the year. Virginia Tech, Duke, Navy, Boston College, and Stanford. All easy gimme wins. The only one that gave them a problem was Virginia Tech, which was a 21-20 final. Excuse me. Fred, we'll get to that game here in just a minute. We'll get to that one here in just a minute. It's one of our next games. When you're diving in depth into these two programs, remember, you got to take a look at motivation factor, coach's motivation. Do the players really have anything to play for? Are they excited? Do they want to be where they're at? Do any one of these kids want to be at the Camping World Stadium today for the Camping World Bowl? Orlando, Florida, neutral site game. This is a 12 p.m. Eastern game, 9 Pacific. So here in an hour and a half. Iowa State 15-2 against the spread. Their last 17 games spread out over the last 3 years against strong rushing teams, averaging more than 4.7 yards per carry. Notre Dame is just 4-10 against the spread in their last 14 bowl games. Iowa State 6-0-1 to the under in bowl games. 8 of the last 9 Iowa State bowl games have all gone under the total. How about that one? What these two teams do last year in the bowl games, Iowa State played in the Alamo Bowl against Washington State. They ended up losing 26-28. Notre Dame last year, we all know what happened to them. They played in the Cotton Bowl against Clemson. And they got a good old-fashioned Clemson beatdown, losing 30-3. Now, I do know some sharps that are on both sides of this game, believe it or not. I do know a couple sharps that are on both sides of this game. Not that I even give a shit where they bet, to be honest. Hold on one second. Okay. Not that I care where they bet or where the public bets. I don't care about any of that. The only way I will use that information is on when, the timing of my bet. If I think the line is going to be dropping and I'm taking a certain side, maybe I bet sooner or maybe I bet later, knowing that that line is going to increase for the dog or go down for the favorite. Same thing with the over and under. If I'm wanting to bet the under and that line is dropping, obviously I'm going to wait. If I want to bet the over and that line is increasing, obviously I'm going to bet sooner rather than later. Taking a look at this one just to give you guys the heads up. As far as over and under goes, 70% of all the money coming in as of right now is on the over, 30% on the under, 57% on Notre Dame, just 43% on Iowa State as of right now. 78% taking Notre Dame money line as well. Heavy money line action as well. When you start taking a look at these numbers, there's some similar numbers when it comes to scoring. Iowa State's got the better passing offense. Notre Dame gets more yardage on the ground. All right. Iowa State averages 34.1 points per game scored. Notre Dame is just a field goal more than that at 37.1 points per game. As far as rushing the ball, Iowa State averaging 140 yards on the ground, 4.4 yards per carry, to 318 yards in the air and 8.5 yards per passing attempt by the Iowa State offense. Notre Dame, when they're on offense, are averaging 177 yards on the ground, 4.9 yards per carry, and 253 in the air at 7.8 yards per passing attempt. Now, Notre Dame, they'll be going up against an Iowa State defense that gives up just 25.3 points per game. Iowa State's been holding teams to 135 yards rushing, 3.9 yards per carry, and 227 in the air at 6.6 yards per passing attempt. Now, when Iowa State's got the ball, they'll be going up against a Notre Dame defense that's holding teams to a nice low 18.7 points per game. They've been giving up 161 yards rushing and an incredibly low passing yardage at 164 passing yards as well at 5.7 yards per passing attempt. Now, Iowa State is -1 on turnovers. Notre Dame plus 15. Notre Dame has been a turnover creating machine. Plus 15 on the turnovers. Excellent ball security as well as creating turnovers while on defense as well. Is one of the reasons why we see Notre Dame with 10 wins on the year. As far as this one goes, we do have a play on this game. So I think it's going to be a great game. I really do. I think it's going to be closer than what a lot of people, maybe not the odds makers, but a lot of people in the public are feeling on this one. I think it's going to be a little bit closer of a game. As far as the total on this one, myself personally, I do lean towards the over on it. I don't have a personal play on the game, though. All right, next up, we're going to go right to the Memphis and Penn State. Remember, guys, some of these I may not have leans on because we have plays. It's a very busy day as far as the bowl package. Bowl package has another 3 games today. I think they're going to clean sweep it today as well. I think that bowl package rocks today. Ace says Notre Dame will win. Skip says Iowa State, Notre Dame over. Matter of fact, while we're breaking down each game, you guys should be posting in the comments what you guys are feeling. So let's get started with the Notre Dame-Iowa State game. Are you guys taking Notre Dame? You laying the points? You laying the 3 to 3.5, depending on where you get it? Or are you going to take the 3.5 from Iowa State? You taking the over, or are you rolling with the under? Post up in the comments. And let everybody know. MJ says Sooners plus the points. We'll get to that game here in just a little bit as well. William says Iowa State, Notre Dame under. NAG says Wake Forest game was crazy. It was. Tracy Ball says Notre Dame and the under as well. First of all, if you guys are new to our channel, while they're posting up in the live chat, we definitely encourage a lot of user participation in our live chat. Live interactive chat is always encouraged. If you're new to our channel, take 1 second out of your day. 1 second out of your day, hit that subscribe button right down below. Tap that little bell right next to it. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop a video. It doesn't matter if it's a live show like this or pre-recorded, you'll be notified. And then when you're done with that, do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. It definitely helps us out. Helps get our video trending on YouTube the more user interactions we get. So definitely helps us out when you do. And remember, for everybody that doesn't know, we go live 7 days a week. 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Saturday and Sundays on the weekends, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, dark and early in the morning. Skip says, I got the over, thinking about laying Notre Dame money line. Frankie Diamond says Iowa State under. Williams says under. Tizar Tibbs says Notre Dame over. Raymond Brackets, what's up, Kyle? Good morning. Welcome, Ray. Thanks for joining us. Joe Dirt says Iowa State plus a 3 in the over. Ortho says Iowa State wins. Notre Dame doesn't want to be here. They won't put in their max effort. My lock of Saturday. Pat says friendliest chat in the business. I do agree. Bobby T says, huge Irish fan, but Irish historically play poorly in the postseason play. Something to keep in mind. I'm teasing them with Penn State. Notre Dame has played poorly in bowl seasons. I think they're 4-10 against the spread in their last 14. Remember, today is the last day to jump on board our bowl package. You get the 20-game minimum. You get a 70% or better guarantee, which means you got to go 70% or better, or you get a week of premium plays free. You also get 3 days of our prop package as well as 2 days of soccer. Little Dizzler says, Notre Dame has been playing good this year. Better team taking the Irish. Magnificent Boy 1 says Notre Dame. Thomas McDonald, do the Irish want to play in this Camping World Bowl? I'm a Fighting Irish fan. How motivated will they be? The only way to find out how motivated they will actually be to watch the game and find out. There's no real tell on how a team will be. You can only speculate. Tony Rajudi in the house. What's going on, Tony? Magnificent Boy says Penn State over. We're going to get to that game next. All right, guys, taking a look at the next game on the board. The Goodyear Cotton Bowl. AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Another noon Eastern game. Taking a look, Memphis, Penn State. Game 239 and 240. Let's take a look at that action. Line opened up, Penn State laying 7.5. It is now down. I see 6.5 at the BetMGM, 6.5 at Circus Sports, 6.5 at 5 Dime, 6.5 at the Westgate. Total opened up at 61.5, and it is dropping like a rock. It is down to 59 at BetMGM, 60 at the Westgate, 59.5. Minus $1.13 at 5 Dimes. You got Memphis 12-1 on the year, 7-5-1 against the spread, 8-5 to the over against Penn State. Guys, 2-loss program, 10-2 on the year, 6-6 against the spread, 5-7 on the over. Riding a 2-game under streak for Penn State. Memphis has rode 3 straight games under the total. Penn State coming off a win to end the year over Rutgers, 27-6. Before that, they had a loss against Ohio State, 28-17. Before that, which was the last time they actually had a game that went over against Indiana, they won 34-27. All right, 2 high-flying offenses going at it today, guys. You got Memphis, guys, 10-1. Only loss coming up against Temple, who they lost 30-28 to. All right, before that, they had back-to-back wins against Cincinnati, beating them 29-24 in a conference championship game, as well as 34-24 by 10 points just a week prior. Before that, they had a big win over South Florida, winning 49-10, as well as Houston 45-27. And all the stats before that seem to be very, very, very close. Penn State 7-2 straight up, 6-3 in their against the spread in their last 9 bowl games. All right, Penn State 10-2 against the spread against dominant teams, outscoring opponents by more than 15 points a game. Memphis is averaging beating opposing teams by 16.1 points per game. Memphis is 0-7 in their last 7 games played in the month of December. Penn State is 9-1 on the over versus lower-ranked teams. All right, guys, diving in depth, taking a look at the numbers. Let's start with Penn State. They average 34.3 points per game. They average 173 yards on the ground at 4.5 yards per carry, as well as 229 in the air at 7.9 yards per passing attempt. Memphis, they average 40.5 points a game, 196 on the ground at 4.9 yards per carry, as well as 284 yards in the air at 9.5 yards per passing attempt. All right, guys. Now, Memphis, when they're on offense, they'll be going up against a Penn State defense. Brandon, thank you, sir, for jumping on board our college football bowl package. You're going to absolutely love it, brother. Memphis will be going up against a Penn State defense that's holding teams to just 14.1 points per game. They're limiting teams to 98 yards on the ground at 2.6 yards per carry. One of the best run defenses in the league. They're also holding teams to 232 in the air at 7 yards per passing attempt. Sorry, reading the comments. Square says Memphis plus 6.5. Tony Rajudi says I like the under. When Penn State's got the ball, guys, they'll be going up against a Memphis defense that gives up 24.4 points per game. You want to run the ball, you can run the ball against Memphis. All right, they give up 172 yards on the ground, 4.2 yards per carry. Penn State is a run first program. They average 39 running plays to 29 passing plays on average every single game. They average over 73 to be specific. They're going to be going up against a weak Memphis front line that gives up 172 yards rushing per game on average. So definitely look for Penn State to pound in the run right on Memphis. They should be able to get some big plays on the ground as well and pick up some big yardage, which will definitely open up the passing game against a fairly decent secondary in Memphis. They give up 201 yards passing a game at 6.6 yards per passing attempt. They're even, Steven, a big 0 on turnovers. However, Penn State is plus 7 on turnovers. Plus 7 on turnovers. Now, as far as this one, you have to remember, when teams lose coaches, offensive coordinators, generally speaking, things don't change. Game plans don't change. Styles of play don't change. Now, you may have a program like Miami where Manny Diaz came out and said, we have 3 quarterbacks. They're all going to get snaps. This is basically a tryout to see who's going to get the first rep snaps in camp. That you need to know. But as far as losing certain coaches, generally speaking, the systems don't change. Even when a new coach comes in, the systems usually don't change. Hold on one second, folks. Cappers direct. Cappers direct. Good. How are you? All right, we are back. We are back. Dr. Franco says, everyone loves the under. I'll take the over. Good morning, Tom. Tom joined us. Been a hot minute since I've had a chance to join. Bobby says, good morning, Dad. Getting any sleep? Tom is probably busy changing those black tar diapers as well as getting no sleep as well. But glad to have you as well. So, but back to the coaches. Even when they lose an offensive coordinator, the plays are still the same. It's just a different person giving the play calls. They may throw in a couple trick plays because it's the bowl games and stuff like that. But when new head coaches come in and they take over a program, they may be on the sidelines. A lot of the times, they won't even be on any part of the decision-making of the play calling when you get a new one coming in because they don't want to disrupt what's already there and they want to evaluate what they have. Last night was the best night you had of sleep? That's good. That's good. It gets better. It gets better, that's for sure. It gets better around year 3. So you got a long way to go, but it gets better. So as far as coaches being out, you definitely take it into consideration. You got to see which ones. But for the most part, you lose an offensive coordinator, you lose a certain coach. Play calling's generally still going to be the same. It's just going to be a different voice on the headset. As far as this game goes, we do have a play on it on both sides and the total. But I definitely lean myself towards Penn State. Other than sleep, it's been amazing. You know, having a kid, for everybody that doesn't know, Infamous Weiner just had his first child not too long ago. And is just now getting home with mama and baby. There's no better joy than having a child and being able to watch him or her grow. So enjoy it while you can, Tom, because he may only be this big now, but in a week he'll be this big, and in 2 weeks he'll be this big. They grow quick, ridiculously quick, and before you know it, they're walking. Before you know it, they're asking you to share your ice cream. That happened last night. We were laying in bed watching TV. Me and my wife and little one was in bed in the middle. Daddy, share ice cream. Okay. They definitely grow up fast, so before you know it, they're walking and asking you to share ice cream. Or they're telling you, no, that's my ice cream, give it to me. And you're giving your ice cream up. So, as Dr. Franco just said, the greatest gift God blesses you with is having a child. So enjoy for everybody out there. All right, folks, let's move right along. We have a couple more games to talk about. Pat just gave some fantastic advice. I'm actually going to read it. And it is definitely some great advice. It says, young guys, find a good woman and have as many kids as you can. Nothing better. Bobby says, and then they're asking for keys to your car or I need money. I'm not there yet, but I'm sure I'll be there soon. Thomas says, too fast, you miss out if you don't spend every moment. Definitely. I work a ton. I work way too much. And I love spending time with my little one. Thomas 24, 21, and 3. Absolutely. It's a big wide gap. Hey, no, my little one likes to watch football. My little one loves to watch football or basketball. My little one loves watching it, and she's a girl. She sees them playing when I have football on. She'll She yells, "Go, boys, go." And then when they score a touchdown, she's usually yelling touchdown, puts her hands up, the signal, long before I can. So a little 4-year-old running around yelling touchdown. Or basketball. When basketball's on, we put on some college basketball, and she's yelling, "He shoots." So, they definitely can like sports. I'll ask her if she wants me to put on her TV show, and she says no. She wants to watch the football with Daddy. Dr. Franco, is that where I get my picks from? I should probably start asking her. You want the blue team or the red team? Should ask her who she wants. You want Oklahoma or LSU? Now, LSU, there might be a little family biasy. You know, my cousin was a quarterback there, won 2 SEC championships and a national championship with LSU not too long ago. So our family definitely roots for LSU. That's next up on the list, Oklahoma, LSU. I think this is going to be a good game. I really do. I think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be better than what the odds makers are leading it up to be, with LSU being a 14-point favorite. You're asking your 4-year-old for picks? Probably a good idea. Thomas, you'd probably win if your son picked instead of you. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, guys. Atlanta, Georgia, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Oklahoma, 12-1 on the year, 5-8 against the spread, 6-7 to the over. Against LSU, 13-0, 8-4-1 against the spread, 8-5 to the over. What can we say about these two programs? Both hell of a program. Both great coaches. Obviously, I'm a little partial to Coach Ho coming from USC. We all rooted for USC to slap a full head coaching tag on him rather than interim head coach. And unfortunately, some ignorant people did not want to keep him. Now look at him. Good morning, Mr. Butler. Good morning, Ray. So a great program he's turned LSU back into. LSU was always a great program. Had a couple rough years towards the end of Les Miles, a little stretch, but they definitely turned it around. He definitely turned it around. LSU 29-2 against the spread against decent passing teams, averaging more than 7.5 yards per attempt. Oklahoma is just 1-6 against the spread against decent scoring teams, averaging 30 points per game or more. And LSU is 17-8 on the over versus non-conference Power 5 schools. All right, taking a look at the line on this game. Actually opened up LSU laying 11. It quickly jumped to 14. It stayed right around 14 the entire week. We're seeing a little movement towards Oklahoma here. William Hill dropped it to 13.5. It's still at 14 at the Westgate MGM. CG Technology still has it at 14. Taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes. Just popping up those odds because we haven't been on that site here in a little bit. They actually have Oklahoma plus 14 minus $1.10. LSU minus 14 minus 110 as well. Total on this one opened up, guys, 76. It's hovering around the same. 76 minus $1.10 at 5 Dimes. Although I am seeing a tick at the MGM as well as CG Technologies and the D Casino all to 76.5. So a half a point line move in the last 5 minutes as well. Mr. Watson, definitely 2-0 on the NHL yesterday. Nice winning day in the NHL. Nice winning day in the NHL. Mr. Zhang, thanks for jumping on board the College Bowl package. Yang, you're going to love it. It'll be a nice big package for you guys as well. Bowl package has been red hot and should continue to stay red hot. Did we talk about the Iowa State Notre Dame game? You were running late. Yes, we did. Feel free to rewind just a little bit. It was the first game that we talked about. Toby says, good morning, crushing it today. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, back to LSU, back to Oklahoma, guys. 26 games played between these two with a record of 25-1 combined. Obviously, we're going to have one winner out of these two teams, and this is going to be a great game. I really think this is going to be a great game. I could be completely wrong on some aspects of this. But I'm probably, my opinion on one side of it is probably, well, maybe not. A lot of money. As of right now, 53% of the action coming in on LSU, 47% on Oklahoma, 77% on the under, just 23% on the over. Here's the one big stat. LSU 17-8 on the over their last 25 games against non-conference Power 5 programs. Taking a look at what each team has done. First of all, SEC Championship, LSU, Georgia. Georgia got the beat down 37-10. 37-10. Before that, they had wins against Texas A&M. They beat them 50-7. Arkansas 56-20. Mississippi 58-37. Alabama 46-41. All of those games going over by a country mile, with the exception of the Texas A&M game, as well as the SEC Championship game in Georgia. That had a total of 57. Taking a look at Oklahoma. Beating Baylor to get a spot in the playoffs for another year in a row. Can they actually do something with their trip to the college football playoffs again? Can Oklahoma stun the world as a 14-point dog and beat LSU? I think this is going to be a good game. Let's take a look at these numbers. Oklahoma averaging 43.2 points per game. LSU 47.8. These two teams combined for 91 points on average every single game. Oklahoma, big running program, averaging 251 yards on the ground, 303 in the air, at 11.4 yards per passing attempt. LSU averages 167 on the ground, 387 in the air. We're going to see two over 500-yard offenses, 550 per game in this game here. Now, when Oklahoma's got the ball on offense, they're going to be going up against that LSU defense that's been giving up just 21.2 points per game. LSU's been holding teams to 120 yards rushing, as well as 221 in the air. Thomas says statistically, Heisman Trophy winners don't do well. Could it be that trophy jinx? Now, LSU, when they're on offense, they'll be going up against an Oklahoma defense that has been much improved this year. There's no denying the Oklahoma defense is much improved. They held Baylor to 23. They held Oklahoma State to 16. But they've had some slip-ups against Kansas State. They gave up 41 to. They gave up 41 to Iowa State. LSU will be going up against that Oklahoma defense that gives up 133 yards on the ground at 4 yards a carry and 199 in the air at 6.7 yards per passing attempt. The one thing that I don't like, unless you're back in LSU, which is still a good number, Oklahoma's turnovers. They're -7 on the year on turnovers. If Oklahoma wants to have a chance, any chance at all, if Oklahoma wants to have any chance at all, they have to protect that football. They have to limit turnovers, limit penalties, and sees every opportunity as a 2-touchdown dog against the number 1 team in the country. I think they have a tall task in front of them. LSU's +8 on turnovers. There's no denying what LSU can do on offense. We already know that. They put up 37 against Georgia, 50 against Texas A&M, 56 against Arkansas, 58 against Mississippi, 46 in their win against Nick Saban in Alabama, 23 against Auburn, 36 against Mississippi State, 45 against Florida, 42 against Utah State, 66 against Vandy, 65 against Northwestern, 45 against Texas, and 55 against Georgia Southern. If you give LSU an opportunity, they will strike and they will hurt you on offense. But the opportunity is there for Oklahoma and their high-flying offense with that big run game as well as the passing game averaging over 300 yards a game to be able to put up numbers against LSU as well. The name of this game is turnovers. I think in order for LSU to cover, they have to create turnovers. I think 14 points is a big spread. Obviously, it's not a big spread when it's the likes of LSU and their high-flying offense. You have to ask yourself a couple questions. Does Oklahoma deserve to be there? Does Oklahoma deserve to be ranked 4th? Are they a weak program? Obviously not. Them and Clemson are there for 2 years in a row. Well, more than that for Clemson. Clemson's a whole nother story. We're going to talk about that program next. Thomas says he honestly thinks it gets to 90 points. We do have a play on the side of this game. As far as the total goes, obviously, instantly, I want to say over. I think that's human nature when you're looking at the numbers. When you're looking at the near 1,100 yards on offense, the 91 points a game on average combined these two teams score. LSU's history against non-conference Power 5 schools, 17-8 to the over. But then you go back and you take a look at some of the Oklahoma games where they played high-flying offenses. In Baylor, game had a total of 66. It was a 30-23 final. Against Oklahoma State, 67.5 total, 34-16 final. TCU, 64.5 total, 28-24 final. Against Baylor in their first meeting, total of 68, 34-31, it went under. Oklahoma riding a 4-game under. LSU riding 2 straight unders. Total on this one being higher. Total on this one currently sitting over and under 76.5. This is the highest total of any LSU game this year. Any game above 60. Northwestern, they had a total of 68. It went over. Vanderbilt, 61.5. It went over. Utah State, their highest total of the year before this one, 73.5. It went under. They only scored 48 total. Against Mississippi State, total of 62. It went under. Heck, even Auburn, total of 59. It went under.
Alabama 65.5. Obviously, it went over. Ole Miss 66.5. It went over, but nobody could stop anybody in this one. Against Texas A&M, they had a total of 63. It went under. Against Georgia, had a total of 57. It went under. As Hudat Bob just said, a lot of points for a playoff game. My opinion on this one, my lean on this one is the under. Under 76.5 is my lean. So under 76.5. LSU's defense wasn't good the last 3 games. LSU played Georgia, they gave up 10 points. They played Texas A&M, they gave up 7 points. They played Arkansas, they gave up 20 points. In their last 3 games, they only gave up 37 points. So to say LSU's defense wasn't good the last 3 games, they only gave up 37 points over 3 games. Before that, they gave up 37 to Mississippi 4 games ago. That was back in November 16th. November 9th, they gave up 41 to Alabama. Before that, it was 20. They only gave up 20 to Auburn, 13 to Mississippi State, 28 to Florida, 6 to Utah State. Jerry Valdez, good morning. I will be down there. I'm thinking around 3:30, 4 o'clock. I should be down in that general area. Am I betting the lean? As of right now, no. I might. But I lean towards the under. And the reason why I say as of right now, no, I might, is because I have so many other plays that I actually have money on. I don't need to have money on every single side and total of the entire board. But I might, because I really do like the under. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Take 1 second out of your day. Hit that subscribe button right down below. Take 1 second out of your day, hit that subscribe button right down below. Then when you're done with that, tap that little bell right next to it. That way you get instant notifications each and every single time we drop a video. Don't forget, guaranteed Saturday, you have to be signed up in 51 minutes. 51 minutes for guaranteed Saturday, and then the payment link is coming off. Last day to get on our bowl package to get that 70% guarantee. So it's going to be a great time, guys. It's going to be a great day, that's for sure. Everybody knows when we have a bad day, which we had a bad day yesterday with the exception of the bowl package, we always bounce back strong. We always bounce back strong. So super, super, super excited for what we have today. So if you're not on it, you need to be on it. 3 days premium plays, $99. 3 days of my personal plays, $99. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. So, next what we're going to do. But first, before we do that, post up in the comment. Who you guys rolling with? You taking LSU laying the 14? You taking Oklahoma plus the 14? Are you rolling with the over 76.5? Or are you going to go against the grain and take the under 76.5? Post up in the comments who you guys are liking. Jared, good morning, sir. Brandon says LSU laying baby under 76.5. Hold on 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second. Okay. Little Josh is staying away from this game. Brian says, staying away from this game. Got too many great picks from Kyle's packages. Yes, sir. The Bull package is treating everybody right. Vincent says, under 76, too many points. Ben B, what's going on? Remember, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button right down below. Tap that little bell. That way you get instant notifications each and every single time we drop a video. And again, if you guys are new to our channel, make sure you guys give us a big thumbs up. Hit that big thumbs up button. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. Can I give a score prediction on the Iowa-Notre Dame game? Unfortunately, I can't. I mean, I could, but I can't, though. We got plays on that one. So to give you a score prediction would obviously give away one of our big plays. Jeff says LSU solo points, my safest bet, under 76. Ben B, thank you for that subscribe as well. Much appreciated. Now, did we just save the best for last? The Fiesta Bowl, the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. Glendale, Arizona. I know Jerry from the live chat will be there. Hold on 1 second, folks. I will be at that game. Yes, my ugly mug will be down at the Fiesta Bowl. Clemson, Ohio State. This is going to be an amazing game. Brandon said just subbed. Let's get it. Absolutely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Huda Bob says, nice try, Joe. If I could, Joe, I definitely would. You know I normally would, especially like when we do our college basketball breakdowns, when we have a lot of games on the board. You know, I have no problem throwing them out, but it wouldn't be fair to everybody on our bowl package that has that play, you know, that paid $199 to get on our bowl package. So let's just start out by saying nearly everybody in the world that wants to be considered, I don't know what the right word is. Well, we'll skip that. But yeah, Rio C, Ohio State, best defense. They definitely have a great defense, no doubt about it. They definitely have a great defense, no doubt about it. They're giving up 248 yards a game. Clemson, 245 yards a game. I think this is going to be a great game. Big D Mall in the house, what's going on? We're definitely going to smash the books today. I think this is going to be a great game. I definitely look forward to this one, not just because I'm going to be there, and for everybody that doesn't know, Clemson, the Clemson side, if you're looking from the Ohio State side towards Clemson bench, I'll be on your left-hand side in between the 28 and the 38. The second row, seats 1 and 2, section 106. So, Jerry, if you're looking, I'll probably see you at the Fan Fest, though. We'll have to snap a picture and I'll post it and we'll piss off your old buddy. Clemson 7-0 against the spread versus an opponent on a winning streak of 6 or more games. Obviously, both of these two teams 13-0, 26-0 combined. Clemson 10-3 against the spread. Ohio State 9-4 against the spread. Clemson 6-7 on the over. Ohio State 7-6 on the over. Most of the times when their games did not go over, it's because the other teams failed to put up any points, if many at all. Taking a look at the line on this game. Line opened up, Clemson laying 1. It's jumped to 2, and now it is going up. There is some buyback today. People hammering Clemson this morning. It is up to 2.5. Total opened up at 63, and it's staying around 63-ish. We still see 62 on the BetMGM app, 62.5 at the station casinos. Thomas is going to be a great game. I definitely believe so, that's for sure. Out of the two playoff games, I think this is going to be the better game. Obviously, it's a closer flight, but I could have went to either one of them. Although, if I would have went to the first one, I'd already be up in the air. Luckily for me, I've got an hour flight. Line on this one at 5 dimes is -2.5, -$1.15. Although you can get -2 at -120. Or you can take +2.5 at -105, or +3 -125. Over and under at 5 dimes is 62.5 -$1.10. 62 -$1.15 on this game. Two undefeated teams, defending national champions, getting snubbed, ranked 3rd. Yes, did Clemson have a weak schedule? Yes, they did. No doubt about it. Has Clemson been tested? They were tested against North Carolina. All right, they were tested against North Carolina. They beat them 21-20. They were nearly upset back in the end of September, if you guys remember. Other than that, it was smooth sailing. They started out the year beating Georgia Tech 52-14. They beat Texas A&M 24-10 out of the SEC. Low-scoring affair. They beat Syracuse 41-6. They beat Charlotte 52-10. North Carolina, they beat 21-20. Florida State, they beat 45-14. Louisville 45-10. Boston College 59-7. Wofford 59-14. NC State 55-10. And South Carolina 38-3. And then in the championship game, they beat Virginia 62-17. Taking a look at Ohio State. Did they have a gimme schedule? Is Ohio State's schedule tougher than Clemson? Yes. They did play Michigan. But, I mean, that's all debatable. Clemson played Texas A&M. Clemson played Florida State. Quality teams. Now, maybe not the likes of a Michigan, but they did play, Ohio State did play Michigan, and they smashed them 56-27. The Ohio State defense gave up 27 points, though. They played Wisconsin, obviously twice. The first beating was 38-7, and then the second one was 34-21. Now, I don't hold Wisconsin as an all that great program. I don't. They were laying 16.5 against Wisconsin. They didn't cover the spread. Against Penn State, they were laying 20.5. They beat them by 11. You guys forget. And don't forget that North Carolina game. Mike Case's other top cappers are saying to put your house on everything on Clemson money line. Well, first of all, I don't ever recommend putting all your money or your house on anything. I always recommend being consistent, even when you're betting bigger bets. Our guaranteed Saturday, my game of the week, always be consistent. Now, you could definitely stretch your legs and go a little bit, go bigger, but we always recommend being consistent and managing that bankroll. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, bankroll management is key. Rio C, yes, they are a good program. Are they a top program? No. And their schedule is generally fairly weak against other programs. And they do have a great record against the SEC. They do. They do. But there's a reason why Wisconsin is not in the playoffs. Taking a look at the numbers, diving in depth into these two teams. Clemson 7-0 against the spread versus an opponent on a winning streak of 6 or more games. When's the last time Clemson has lost? It's been a while. It has been a while. Do they lose today? We're going to find out. We're definitely going to find out, that's for sure. Do I think this is going to be a great game? I do. I really do. Do I think we have a blowout one way or another? I don't. Obviously, the side that I'm on, I hope it's blowout. But I think they've got the two right teams playing each other. I am kind of partial thinking that Clemson still somehow deserved a higher ranking for the fact that they are the defending national champions. They did go undefeated. They did win their conference championship game. So I do feel that they did get snubbed in the rankings. As far as motivational factor, obviously both have motivation. They both want to play in the national championship game. They both want to advance to probably play LSU, unless LSU creates some turnovers and Oklahoma capitalizes. Although I think there's some extra motivation on Clemson's side for being snubbed, for all the talk about their weak schedule. When you compare them and Ohio State, schedule side by side, Clemson played Georgia Tech. Ohio State played Florida Atlantic. Clemson played Texas A&M. Ohio State played Cincinnati. Clemson played Syracuse. Ohio State played Indiana. Clemson played North Carolina. Ohio State played Miami of Ohio. Clemson played Florida State. Ohio State played Nebraska. Clemson played Louisville. Ohio State played Michigan State. Clemson played Boston College. Ohio State played Northwestern. Okay, Clemson did play Wofford. First week in November. Ohio State played Maryland. Clemson played NC State. Ohio State played Rutgers. Clemson played Wake Forest. And Ohio State got Penn State. Quality opponent. Clemson played South Carolina. Ohio State got Michigan. Another quality opponent, but a team that they've owned. Conference championship games, Clemson got a gimme in Virginia. And Ohio State got a gimme in Wisconsin. So to say Clemson's schedule was weak, I'd have to think that you'd have to classify Ohio State's schedule as weak as well, in my opinion. As far as this game goes, we do have a play on it. We do have a play on this one as the bowl package, as well as my personal plays. I do want to be able to get you guys on a couple things to make up for yesterday. Yesterday sucked. So let's see if we can put together something real quick. So hang tight with me for just a second. All right. What we're going to do, we're going to get you on not one, but two. Going to get you on not one, but two free plays. Ray says, don't think Clemson's been behind all year. I do agree with you on that one. Well, they were against North Carolina. One thing for Clemson is I look forward to seeing what happens when they get punched in the mouth later. When Ohio State runs that ball straight up the middle, how is Clemson going to react? Clemson averaging 253 yards on the ground, 295 in the air. Ohio State averaging 273 on the ground, 259 in the air. On defense, Clemson gives up 106 yards rushing and 139 on the ground. 106 on the ground, 139 in the air. Clemson's defensive numbers are almost better in every category except yards per rush, at 3 yards to the 2.8 that Ohio State gives up. Ohio State gives up 100 rushing yards a game and 148 in the air. Both of them in the plus category of turnovers. Plus 25 combined. Clemson plus 14 on turnovers, plus 11 for Ohio State. Don't forget, Clemson has been here. Clemson knows the pressure. They're the defending national champions. Jeff, what's going on, brother? Marquise, what's going on? Ray says, to me, coaching advantage, Clemson, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. First-year head coach, national championship winning head coach. Multi. Coaching advantage, extreme advantage, Clemson. The fact that he's been there. He knows what to expect. Ohio State's been here, not with their head coach, maybe as an assistant coach under Urban Meyer. So, but either way, it's going to be a great game. I'll be in row 2, section 106 of this game. I'll be hanging out at the Fan Fest as well. So definitely, if you're going to be at the game, besides, I know Jerry is going to be at the game. I'm going to try and go live. Remember, guys, I'm going to try and go live from this game. I know YouTube is very, 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 very strict about live streaming from an event. So I won't be using YouTube. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. I will post a direct link to my Twitter there, because I'll probably go live a couple times, or at least I'll post. I'll probably go live from the Fan Fest as well. Ray, I'm definitely a lucky dog. But hey, anybody can go, you know. $500 a ticket, you know, anybody can go and get second row. So, all right, guys and gals, time to get you guys on some free stuff. Remember, if you're new to the channel, take 1 second out of your day and hit that subscribe button right down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Not going to do just one free play in this video. We're going to actually give you two. Get you guys on something great. Let me see if I can get this all in the screen. So bear with me. Okay, so here's the first one. First one is a free prop bet right out of our prop package. And if you're on our prop package, props will be posted in approximately 10-12 minutes is from what I was told. I did get a little text that props will be posted. Toby, definitely personal plays will be on fire today. Free prop bet right there. Iowa State, first half team total over 10.5 points. The juice is minus 105. And this is a first half team total. Just posted that up in the comments. All right, now it's time to get you guys on one more. All right, time to get you guys on one more. A lot of you may not agree with me on this one, but I do believe the LSU and Oklahoma game is going to be a lot closer than we expect. Unless Oklahoma keeps turning the ball over. Jason Lewis, you should not have any issues. I'm not sure what issues you're having, but feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email if you're having any issues. Contact information's right on the website. But I can tell you, the packages are flying off the shelf. Stephen Dam, 5 dimes, the best my book has is 10 or is 12.5. 5 dimes is 10.5. 12.5, you'll probably be just fine. But remember, this is the reason why I tell everybody, click this link below that I just posted. Go open up a 5 dimes account. Even if you throw just $100 in it, just to get you started so that you can take advantage of these. Remember, prop bets we don't go all out on. All right, prop bets we don't go all out on. All right, so one more play for everybody. One more play for everybody. And this might shock everybody. This is a free premium play. Free premium play, Oklahoma. Plus the 14. I think 14 is too much. I think giving Oklahoma 2 touchdowns. Yes, they've been here before. Yes, they've been blown out in the same situation. Yes, they're going up against the number one team in LSU. Yes, their defense is much improved over last year. We saw it in their win over Baylor. We also saw it in other wins that they played. We saw it against Oklahoma State, giving up 16, 24 to TCU, 31 in their first victory over Baylor. Holding Texas to 27. So, as far as this one goes, as long as Oklahoma doesn't commit turnovers and they protect the ball, I think they hang in it. I think they can match score for score. It's turnovers is the question. It's turnovers is the question. Oklahoma's been here. Their quarterback has been here. Their coach has been here. LSU has not. Are we going to see some jitters? More than likely. Definitely. Probably surprise some people on that one. So as long as they don't create the turnovers, then I think we survive. I think we get a win. Now, do they win outright? My honest opinion, no. My honest opinion, I think the better team wins, and that's LSU. But plus 14 is hard to take, or hard not to take. But I'll be honest, that plus 425 money line of Oklahoma, that's juicy. They'd have to play the best games of their life. They'd have to create zero turnovers, commit zero turnovers, as well as create a handful. That's for sure. Can it happen? Yeah, anything can happen. It's sports betting. Anything can happen. It's sports betting. So there's that one, guys. Remember, last day to get on our bowl package. Last time to get on Guaranteed Saturday is in 21 minutes. Thank you, Who Dat Bob. And I'm still looking at the schedule. I'm not sure if I can make it out to Louisiana because we've got the UFC January 18th. We've got Grant Cardone's 10X conference in February. Well, that's here, though. But so very, 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 very busy time. January and February. But anyways, enjoy, folks. Enjoy those winners. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. We'll be live again 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific tomorrow. I do apologize for starting a few minutes late, but the new software is updated, and we'll be ready to rock and roll for tomorrow right on time. So don't miss out. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. That way, when I do live stream from the Fiesta Bowl, you don't miss out. All right, guys, take it easy. Good luck. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid, and we'll see you guys all live tomorrow morning. Take it easy, guys.